Cruz and Romero are the co-main event for Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman card. So Lara and Michael Zephyr are going to be on the card. Cruz and Rolando Romero. Even after Ryan Garcia said that the fight was going to get done April 20th versus versus Rolly. Seeing that Rolly and Cruz is going to fight each other as the co-main event on the inaugural Amazon Prime pay-per-view with PBC. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Cruz is moving up 5 pounds to 140 pounds. Already a shorter guy, even shorter than Gervonta Davis. It'll be interesting to see, how this fight go. Cruz is a muscular dude. I mean, not too skilled, throw a lot of looping shots, like to come forward. Rolly, not a skilled guy at all. Cruz got some skills, but not the most skillful guy, more of a rugged, tough guy. And, it made sense. Cruz get a title shot. Maybe it make more sense for him to fight Rolly. If he could beat Rolly, then they could do the Gervonta Tank Davis rematch. And obviously he went the distance with Gervonta Davis. Rolly got stopped. So, but it don't mean Rolly can't beat Cruz. So, I mean, it's an interesting fight. That fight kind of piqued my interest. So I don't know what happened with Ryan. Ryan felt that they was closing in on a deal with Rolly, and at the end of the day, Rolly went on and spun the block and went on to fight Cruz instead. So for the most part, it made more sense. It made more sense for Rolly. So to fight Cruz. So I thought that Al Heyman might just utilize the zone date so he can maximize the date and not have to worry about using a date or a limited spot on Rolly. But apparently, they're gonna do the Cruz fight. So I don't know if they plan to do the Rolly fight and Ryan Garcia later this year. But now Ryan is left without a dance partner, and rightfully so. To be honest, rightfully so, man, because Ryan did a lot of bull jobbing with Devin Haney. Bull jobbed around first with Teofimo Lopez, and then he was jobbing around with Rolly, and Al Heyman and Rolly team went on to make the next logical thing, which was for him to go ahead and fight. Cruz. So Cruz said he was moving on from Tank for whatever reason. Maybe they didn't like the predictions on what the fight could sell and what they could do. So for the most part, I mean, it could be interesting, and it should be interesting to see exactly what happens between Tank Davis and with Rolly and Cruz. So as far as the fight, Cruz, can he avoid Rolly power? How would he move up? Will he still have his speed, his power? Can he press Rolly? It's a real awkward, sloppy type of matchup too. They both rugged, more rugged than skilled, but I think, I don't know, man. To be honest, I really don't know. This is a very difficult fight to call. I think it'll be entertaining. I don't know if Cruz is the biggest puncher. Was he the biggest puncher at 35? Will he be a big puncher at 30? I think Rolly still can pop a little bit at 40 as well. So, this is gonna be one of them awkward matchups. And hopefully it ain't one of them nasty, hard to watch, grappling type of fights. Hopefully they can find some common ground where some clean punches could be thrown. But they both kind of wild, rugged fighters as well too. So I think it piqued people's interest because you don't know, which way this fight gonna go. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that Rolly gonna beat him. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that Cruz gonna beat him. So, I mean, this might be the best fight on the card. As the co-main event, it's a world title fight, and I just, I don't know, why Rolly wasn't forced to rematch Barroso, but for the most part, it's let these sanction belt bodies, they don't stand on business. They stand on cash. They stand on money. They stand on currency. So you could pay for somebody to go away. You could pay to make somebody step aside. You can pay for rankings. You could pay for belts. There's a lot of corruption in boxing. If boxing was a bigger sport and had more eyes on them, they probably would be getting investigated. But as it is, it's barely even a niche sport anymore. In the grand scheme of things, it don't even fucking matter no more. In the grand scheme of things, it don't even matter. So, but yeah, this is an interesting matchup. You know, I don't know if this is the right to fight Ryan Garcia, the fight to get a rematch with Gervonta Davis, the right to fight Ishmael Barros. Then Kenneth Sims waiting in the wings as well too. So, I mean, you know, Cruz couldn't get a title shot at 35. You know, he didn't want to entertain fighting fighting Shakur Stevenson. So, I mean, he probably think this is his best opportunity to get a belt. And for the most part, if he win, I mean, you know, shit, he can fight Gervonta, he can fight, you know, Ryan Garcia. I don't think he gonna get in there with T.O. or Devin Haney or nothing like that. I think he gonna stay on that side of the street or whatever. So, I mean, it's very interesting, man. And in my opinion, to see, you know, which way this whole thing gonna roll and which way it's gonna go, how this Amazon Prime thing gonna go. But that's a decent co-feature. You know what I'm saying? A real decent one. So I can't really call it. You know, I feel that Rolly's the bigger, stronger guy, and if he able to, you know, hit him, he probably be able to stop Cruz. But Cruz is strong, short to the ground. You know, he probably avoid some of those, and he probably can take a punch with that big old seismic head. So, you know, if I'm Cruz, I'm staying low, I'm weaving, trying to get inside with Rolly, trying to get inside Rolly, reaching, trying to touch Rolly chin. You know what I'm saying? Work Rolly body. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would try to do. But, you know, at the end of the day, if, you know, Rolly ain't no boxer, so I don't really expect Rolly to keep Cruz at the end of his punches and box Cruz and create distance. I think, you know, Rolly going to be looking to do what Rolly do, and that's land that shot. He think power is the end all be all in boxing, but it ain't. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just think Cruz just think his offense is just too much. He don't have any defensive responsibility. So, you know, conventional thought just tell you probably whoever can take the better punch. So we seen Rolly get clipped by Tank with one punch. We seen Isai Cruz take multiple punches from Tank. So I think Isai Cruz is the more skillful fighter, the more polished fighter. But, you know, moving up to a different weight class, I think it's going to get very, very interesting to see, you know, how he move with that weight. Well, he got power at the weight. Maybe he might be healthier. Maybe he might be a little slower. But I still think skill-wise, he better than Rolando Romero. So, you know, but like I said before, we felt that, a lot of people felt that Rolly lost to Barroso. A lot of people felt that way. So, but you know, only time will tell. So, you know, I don't know what the rest of the card gonna look like. I don't know what's gonna be the follow-up card. I don't know when they got a press conference. I know they said they were gonna do some docu-series on some of the fights with Amazon Prime. So we'll see. We don't know what the production gonna look like. I think they were talking about hiring a production crew from Showtime, which most of them got laid off because they no more Showtime Sports. So you might hear some of the same familiar faces. Don't know what the technology gonna be like. Don't know what the replay is gonna be like. And some of it's just a lot of this shit that they throwing together for Amazon Prime just seem rushed. And a lot of PBC events is rushed. They'll tell you in 6, maybe 8 weeks ahead of time for a pay-per-view and all that type stuff. So, you know, so we'll see. You know, it was supposed to be, you know, Tank, Cruz, and it was supposed to be Lubin, Zoo. Now it's Zoo and Keith Thurman as the inaugural kickoff for PBC on Amazon Prime. So I'm interested to see the quality of production, the quality of the replays, the quality of the docu-series, and how they gonna follow it, the marketing strategy and budget they got to market it to the fans and all that. So I want to see kind of what's Amazon Prime. I want to see what's going to be their where they going to try to succeed at, where other platforms that dealt with PBC failed at, because it don't look like the fight's going to be any better. It's going to be the same low quality, low vibration of fights that they've been putting on PBC. But how could they market it better? And I guess the rumor is they not really putting no money up. It's Al Heyman putting up the money, and they providing the platform to put the fight on. So it's gonna be interesting. And if Al Heyman still, if Al Heyman is still, if he's still, doing the same shit that he did on other platforms with his own money, that just lets you know that's just who he is. So, so if a person willing to waste their money, what you think they're gonna do with other people's money or your money? But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. March 30th, co-feature Rolly, Eastside Cruz. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Well, no, Google Podcasts going away. Appreciate the love and support. Check out the Boxing News playlist for more videos like this. Peace.